Hello, beautiful souls. This is Pauline Marie coming to you with a transmission for the February 17th, 2026 solar eclipse in Aquarius. This is about inner peace and a return to sacred simplicity. So on February 17th, 28 degrees of Aquarius, the sun and the moon unite in an solar eclipse, a ring of fire in the sky. This eclipse stands at the very threshold of Aquarius, the sign of community, awakening, and collective innovation. It forms a tense and illuminating square to Uranus in Taurus. And Uranus is a planet that shakes foundations and insists on change. And I'm sure we are seeing that. So with a message of respect and acceptance for yourself, your well-being, and your potential, we embark on this threshold. And this is about embodying completion of deep transformative powers. You can think of this or feel this or visualize this like a sacred waterfall of spirit. So letting these ancient energies bathe you with their blessing and soak all the way through to the marrow of your soul. This is the transition you seek at this threshold. And it's not a temporary state. It's one that you will need to concentrate on as that next era of your personal evolution. This solar eclipse also comes with a 6-planet cosmic configuration: Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Jupiter. And it's calling forth a profound reset, a remembering of how to live in truth and in presence and in joy. So if we view this message of Aquarius at 28 degrees from the Sabian symbol, it's a tree felled and sold. So the symbol for this degree speaks of this tree felled and sold. It's as a potent image of transformation and offering. It's here to remind us that to truly meet reality, we must be present in the moment of action. So each swing of the axe with chopping down a tree, each breath, each conscious choice brings us closer to what is. We can often treat the present moment as just a stepping stone to get somewhere else, right? Or as something to get through on our way to somewhere else. But this eclipse asks, what if the present moment is the only sacred ground? What if the present moment is the only moment? So here in the Sabian symbol with the tree example, it's to fell a tree. They're saying it's the same as when we maybe wash a dish or make our bed or tend to our garden. These things are not distractions from the spiritual path. They are the spiritual path. So with Uranus here, this Uranian and awakening energy, it's disruption as liberation. So as the eclipse aligns with this Uranus energy, it brings this unpredictable, unplanned, revolutionary wild card. Yet these disruptions are not chaos, they're openings. So when old patterns collapse, be that habits, relationships, ambitions, this is not chaos for chaos' sake. It is spirit breaking through the form urging us to simplify, to shed what is unnecessary, and to live in a way that honors both passion and presence. This eclipse is coinciding with that fire horse year and the Chinese astrology, as you may or may not be aware. And this ignites a spirit of rebellion, but not the kind that's, about destruction. It's rebellion of the soul against being asleep, against being numb, against being automated, amidst going through I'm just going through my day-to-day routine. So it's against this forgetfulness of the sacred, of the spiritual aspect in every moment of our life, in each thing we do, whether we're making a bed, washing the dishes, taking our dog for a walk. So here we're kind of learning this art of passion and concentration. Aquarius asks us to think beyond ourselves, but Taurus, via Uranus, because it's in Taurus, assists and insists that we stay embodied and rooted in this. So them being squared awakens this tension between idea and incarnation, between mind and matter, between spirit and form. It's like a cosmic meeting, inviting us to learn a new alchemy. And how do we unite passion and concentration? And the deeper meaning in that Sabian symbol, right, is like, as a child, we hold passion. Passion is innate to us, but concentration is not. So we have to teach ourselves concentration. So this cosmic meeting of passion and concentration is about passion without focus would scatter our energy. Okay, so we have to have passion with concentration, with focus, in order for our energy to be intentful and pure. Concentration without passion, on the other hand, kind of drives into habit, right? Then it can be habitual and very kind of dull and not lacking a lot of joy. So we need concentration with passion. So together, they create a mastery. They create a state of quiet joy. So every sacred moment, every sacred thing that we do teaches us this through like the artist, the musician, the gardener, the cook. And when you give all of yourself, mind, body, and intention to a simple act, that act becomes like the living prayer in motion. And when you can hold this together in observation and recognition, this is where the divine can enter and re-enters your daily life. This is about moving from just pleasure, short-term pleasure, to long-term joy. Because pleasure is fleeting, joy endures. And pleasure entertains our senses. Joy nourishes the soul. And in a culture of endless stimulation, we, in this eclipse, are drawn back to what is real. This true joy arises not from accumulation, but from connection. Connection to others, connection to nature, connection to that quiet pulse of the living earth beneath our feet. Joy does not need luxury. It needs presence. It grows in stillness, in the smell of soil, in the laughter shared, in honest work done with care. And as we simplify, life does not diminish, it expands inwardly. And through simplicity, we recover our sacred spiritual nature, the essence of living, the essence of being alive, the essence of the present moment. So I invite you to take a deep breath. Wherever you are, try to feel the ground beneath you. Imagine the eclipse shadow crossing the sun. And the surrounding darkness. And the darkness then surrounded by light. Let it remind you that both are needed for wholeness. So as the moon covers the sun and whispers inwardly, I return to presence. I live in simplicity. I blend passion with stillness, and I move from pleasure to joy. When the light returns, you can open your eyes slowly and notice what is here. Notice what is real. This is a gift from this 2026 solar eclipse. A new beginning born, not in doing more, but in being fully here. This eclipse will be most felt certainly by those with planets or angles in that 24 to 29 degrees of Aquarius, Leo, of Taurus, or Scorpio. Yet it's a spiritual call. It's a universal spiritual call. And humanity stands at this threshold to live more authentically, more presently, more lovingly with the earth and with each other. The ring of fire around our sun is both a warning and a blessing. It's a symbol that we burn away and awareness becomes light. It's a time to simplify, to serve, and to root spirit in daily life. It's a time to remember that life itself is the sacred art. Much love.